REDFlow Workflow Processor. What is REDFlow? REDFlow is a brand new type of application built from the ground up. Unlike traditional applications like word processors and spreadsheets, REDFlow is designed to process processes or procedures. REDFlow is a workflow processor. Here's the problem. Traditional methods of working through your process have multiple projects all at various stages. What ends up happening is piles of paper pile up, spreadsheets and other methods that you're currently using to store data become quickly stale and becomes hard to track. The end result to all of that is things pile up and they slip through the cracks. They don't get done. How does REDFlow work? Well, in order to understand how REDFlow works, you have to understand some of the terminology that we're going to use. Workflow. A workflow is a collection of process steps designed to accomplish a job. For example, the application of a driver's license. A process step is one of those individual steps in the workflow. A typical step may be send an email, apply for a form, fill out a form, or perhaps wait for your driver's license to come back in the mail. Typically speaking, workflows can have anywhere between 10 to 50 or even 60 or 100 different steps. Some of these steps can include things like delays or decisions. Other types of steps can include things like filling out forms. Once a given step is done, we move on to the next step in that procedure until eventually the entire project is completed. So how exactly do you use REDFlow? Well, REDFlow has pre-created forms. These are common workflows for a variety of popular tasks and applications and procedures. You start with a new REDFlow, and by doing that you follow the workflow module by module as you work your way through completing your tasks. REDFlow has an integrated module system with new modules being built as needs arise. This is an important one. REDFlow has crowdsourced help, documents, and resources. What that means is all documentation and updated information are sourced by your peers, the crowd. Advanced Document Repository storing all docs. That means we can store in REDFlow any type of information, whether it be a Word file, an Excel file, anything that you could normally email or attach, you can save. Okay, let's have a look at some of the modules that REDFlow has. Firstly, and one of the most important modules is our instruction module. It allows us to add full, rich multimedia instructions for a given flow. The next module is our checklist module. That allows us to add any special checklists and things that we need to remember for that given procedure. Another very important module is our email module. It allows us to send single or batched emails of predefined templates to all of our relevant contacts. A decision module allows the REDFlow to make intelligent decisions based on given criteria for that module. Our wait or delay module allows any given procedure to pause or to delay, waiting for a specific information. Another very important module, of course, as we mentioned earlier, was our documents and our PDFs module. That allows us to store all types of documentation. Our data collection module allows remote users to collect information or give us information that we're needed. For example, fill out forms and things like that, polls for a given task. We have built-in notes everywhere throughout REDFlow. Finally, our printing module allows us to print out any type of forms, whether they're mail merged forms or various forms like that that are needed for a given flow. REDFlow is crowdsourced. Now this is really important. We mentioned this earlier. One of the biggest things when dealing with a difficult task is feeling that you're not sure if you're following the proper procedure. You're not alone when it comes to REDFlow. Why reinvent the wheel? Changes and suggestions that to a given update or a flow are crowdsourced by other users just like yourself. That means when, for example, a contact person, John Smith, at a given organization manages to retire, then the entire crowd who is using that given flow is also notified. This is really, really important. This allows any relevant cutting-edge information to be disseminated and shared amongst everybody who's within a given flow. REDFlow has got an integrated total document repository. That means all process required documents, all the documents that are needed for your given process, from things like PDFs and forms and multimedia information, anything again that can be saved as a file is available. Not only is that available, but your information is also uploadable and saved in your flow, only for your eyes. We support all types of documents, from CVs to certifications and more, right? And really important is all your documents are searchable and indexable with revisional tracking. You can download your data at any time, so it's fully accessible. Okay, great. Let's have a look at how the main menu of REDFlow works. We have a number of different areas, and the main areas functions like a dashboard. Over in the top left, we have any new actions we need to make. We can start a new REDFlow in the top corner. We have our report section, and we also have our cloud sharing abilities. That's when we want to share some information with other peers and colleagues. Settings, and over on the top right here, we have our news feed. This consists of all different pieces of new information that have been either posted by people in the group, your immediate work group, or by our team here at REDFlow, right? And the most important part of the screen here is the bottom left. This is where we keep our flows. Currently there are 4 flows running. The first flow is on hold right now because it's waiting to collect some CVs, I guess, from some different people, and that's currently about 16% done. Same as the secretary recruitment position here as well. In that particular case, it's waiting for some inbound information. We have another flow here. It looks like it hasn't been started here. There's an alert sign. And that's the organize the staff Christmas party. No wonder they're waiting for that one to get done. And finally, we have another example. And this is what happens when you have a workflow that's basically in a holding pattern. It shows it as being 100% done. In this particular case, it's a permit application for New York City. And it says no attention is needed until it's renewed. That means that currently everything has been taken care of, and perhaps in a year from now or so, when that permit is expired, then a new one can be applied for. And REDFlow will automatically tell us that as well. And if you'd like to learn more, REDFlow will be available the first quarter of 2013. You can keep up with our development team at info@delftsengineering.com to join our list, or visit getredflow.com.